Hey guys, welcome to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and today we are going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super Episode 124. Now before I do, I want to tell you guys this. I have been playing episode catch-up. I'm on episode 124, obviously. I have not seen 125, and 126 comes out in I think 2 or 3 days from now. So I do know, in fact, the news about Dragon Ball Super going to be ending in March. And because of Dragon Ball Super ending in March, it just makes the next episodes that much more important to me. And especially on this episode. Now, this episode, if I split this episode into 2 parts, then I think I would absolutely love it. Because the first part of this episode was absolutely phenomenal and amazing. It's exactly what I've been asking for, especially now that the Tournament of Power is going to be ending soon. This is exactly what I've been wanting. And then the second part is, oh my god, it's not that I didn't love the second part, but it's like, my god, what just happened? Let's talk about the first part first, and then I'll get to the second part. So, the first part of this episode, coming off of episode 123, I was really interested in seeing what Goku and Vegeta have against Jiren, but I must admit, I'm very, very excited to see this fight between Freeza and I can't remember the name of the rabbit guy. It's dyspo? I don't think I'm pronouncing that right either, but it's that rabbit guy that looks like Beerus against our boy Freeza. Now, when it comes to Freeza as a character, you know, I'll be honest with you. Any day of the week, I would pick Freeza over Boo any day of the week. I absolutely hate Boo. And the Boo Saga is the second worst thing that has ever happened to Dragon Ball. What is the first, you ask? GT. Haven't heard of GT? Good, don't watch it. Anyway, the Boo Saga was terrible, and I absolutely hate the character Boo. I really, really do. I'm sorry, but I don't like the character Boo. However, I will be honest. I do not want a cameo character. I just don't. It's not necessary. So when I heard that they were going to bring back Freeza when he's been dead, they're going to bring him back for like the 3rd time now, I thought to myself, no. What are you going to do with them? Are you even going to add anything to the character Freeza? If you're not going to do anything with the character Freeza, why on earth are you going to bring him back? And that's the number one thing. Freeza. However, there are options. Eventually I did see options that they can do with Freeza, but at first I couldn't see anything they could do with Freeza at that point. And even to this point, here we're almost at the end of the Tournament of Power, and they really have not done anything with Freeza. He's become nothing more than a cameo character. Now, on the outside world, our world, when it comes to marketing, it's a brilliant strategy to bring Freeza back, obviously. Freeza over Boo, when so many people like Freeza over Boo, it's easily understandable why they brought him back, for marketing purposes only. But as in-universe purposes, you know, you're talking about the number one biggest villain that Dragon Ball Super, that the Dragon Ball game has ever fought. He's come back recently with a new form, his golden form, and we're thinking that he's going to be just okay with joining our team, trying to save Universe 7 from destruction. I thought that was absolutely stupid. I understand that was like their last, last thought, their absolutely last thing that they could come up with. But at the same time, like, Just keep Boo if that's the point. I hate Boo, but I hate the fact that we would just have Frieza as just a cameo character, and that's why I absolutely didn't really want him on the team, just for the sake of having a cameo character. Now I know that he's defeated Frost. Now that was a cool episode and everything, but I never wanted. I would be fine without seeing that episode completely. I never wanted him to go up against Frost. I never really cared about that fight. And when it comes to Frieza, the longer the Tournament of Power has gone on, the less and less we get to see of him, the more he becomes just a cameo, and it's annoying. Yes, we've seen him beat a couple guys to almost death, and that was really fun. I was hoping to see more of that from him, but we really didn't get to see that much from Frieza. So I'm really hoping that in the next couple of episodes, we really get to see what Frieza has and what Frieza can do, because I'm really interested in Jiren. Hell, I want to see him against Jiren. I don't think he's gonna beat Jiren, but I want to see what he can do against Jiren. I want him to team up with Goku and of course Vegeta. Now that Gohan's out, let me just say that now. We'll talk about that in the second part. So the thing about this episode is I really loved seeing him against Dyspo. So he's up against Dyspo, and Dyspo is a pretty fast dude, but it don't matter. Dyspo seems to have a hand over Frieza, but my God, it's Frieza. Frieza takes the punches and doesn't even worry about it. He practically laughs at the guy. And then he actually talks to Dyspo, tries to make a deal with him, trying to get him to, well, this is the deal that he wants. If somebody would bring him back fully alive, then what he would do is he would betray his team. He's tried to do that with Frost, and he's trying to do that with Universe 11 now. And he's trying to do that in the past with some other universe. So it was almost expected, but I really liked the fact that he was doing that. And then, of course, Dyspo, being a hero, says no. No, he knows that Frieza's a bad guy, so he decides no. And what does Frieza do? Frieza decides, okay, I really don't care. He goes golden, and he practically beats the heck out of Dyspo. Almost knocks him out of the ring when Dyspo decides to actually get serious. Now, when Dyspo was doing this, I thought it was actually God of Destruction Energy. And it still could be God of Destruction Energy. This guy was super fast, but like he gets this weird purple aura similar to the God of Destruction Energy that everyone else has. So he goes super speed, and I can't remember the direct name they gave his move, but it's like ultra speed or something like that. He goes against Frieza, of course, and almost knocks him out when somebody comes to his rescue. Who comes to his rescue? Gohan. As the first part of this episode, I absolutely loved the fact that we had Frieza going up against Dyspo. As the second part of this episode, I liked it all the way till the end. So now we have Gohan against Dyspo trying to help Frieza out. And then after a couple punches, Gohan realizes, because he's a genius, he realizes that the only way to beat a Dyspo is to make him stop moving as fast. And that's when he comes up with an idea along with Frieza. So what Frieza does is he starts shooting his lasers from his hands to make pretty much a laser cage around both Dyspo and Gohan. This, because of the laser cage, it stops Dyspo from being able to go super fast. So Gohan was able to get a couple punches on him. And at the very last seconds, the moment that Gohan is going to knock Dyspo out, Frieza can't do his blast forever. He has only so much stamina, and because of that, he loses control of his blast, and he can't fire his blast anymore. And that leaves, of course, Gohan to basically miss the punch, and he actually catches dyspo from behind to hold him there. And when I saw that, the moment I saw that, I wish I showed you guys my live reaction to that moment, because my reaction was this. No. That's the first thing I said. That's the first thing I said when I saw that happen. I said no, because I knew I don't really watch any spoilers or anything like that, but you know what? This has happened in the past couple of episodes, and the very second that was going to happen, it was obvious that was going to happen. What happens is Frieza takes his final blast at both Dyspo and, of course, Gohan. It's very similar to what Step 17 was able to save himself before he went out. But, oh my god, that was insane to me. That was pretty much insane when Gohan catches Dyspo. The blast comes at him and knocks both him and Dyspo out of the tournament power. Now, I love Gohan as a character. You know, Vegeta is my favorite, obviously. And to be honest with you, when it comes to bad guys, Cell's my favorite. Sorry, Freeza, but he's a really cool character as well. But the number one thing that I must say in terms of Gohan's defense is that I absolutely loved Gohan's strategy in this episode. I thought it was awesome. At the same time, the way he got knocked out, look, I am a big Gohan fan. Yes, Vegeta is my favorite, but Gohan is, to me, a very close second. I absolutely love Gohan. I loved Gohan's character, and I know that people get mad at the fact that Gohan turned into a nerd later on in his life, but to be honest with you, he's never had a fighting heart. He's always had a fighting spirit, but he's never had a fighting heart. The only time that he's ever had truly a fighting heart was when he was up against Cell. But even then, I believe it was just a fighting spirit to protect his family, not a fighting spirit for the sake of fighting, like Gohan, like Goku or Vegeta. So, Gohan is an excellent fighter, and I love the fact that they brought him in the Tournament of Power. But to see him be knocked out like this, I wouldn't say it's as bad as the knockout that Piccolo got, but it's right up there. This is the worst thing they could have done. We didn't even get to see anything really from Gohan. And now I'm looking at this, that this might not be the case. But we do not have any confirmation that Dragon Ball Super is going to be back, and we do not have any confirmation that they're going to continue the series. We know the movie's going to come out, and we know that something is going to happen in 2020. We know that they have something planned for 2020. We just don't know what it is. Could it be another TV series? Could they bring back Super? We don't know, but they do have something planned for 2020. I can tell you that right now. But looking at this as possibly the last series of Dragon Ball that we ever get, I am not happy with this at all. I wanted to see Gohan's true potential. I wanted to see Gohan's true fighting ability. You know, he got this form really in the Buu saga. And you know, this is what makes me so mad about the Buu saga, why I hate it, is because I believed in that fight. It should have been Gohan. It should have been Gohan with his new moves, powering up to the best that he can do to defeat Piccolo. To defeat Buu, along with the help of Piccolo. And that's what I believe the Buu saga should have been. And you know what? They're doing the exact same thing and they did to him back then. Like, my god, Toriyama, do you just not like Gohan anymore? I swear. I wanted to see Gohan fight. I'm not gonna say, well, I am going to say, I would really like Gohan to be the last man standing, but I would understand if he wasn't. I would actually understand if it was both him and his father being the last two men standing instead of Vegeta. But now that doesn't happen. Gohan's out of the Tournament of Power, and I'm not happy. Oh well, nonetheless though, I cannot wait to see what happens next episode, and guess what? I get to go watch it right now, and then of course Dragon Ball Super episode 116 comes after that. Or 126. Gohan is out of the Tournament of Power, guys. No. I'm done. This was... I give it an 8 out of 10 only because of Frieza and because the amazing strategy Gohan came up with. But if this really was just the fight between Gohan and Dyspo and we didn't get that Frieza part, I swear to you, I would rank this as my least favorite episode of the Tournament of Power. The only reason why it's not is because of Frieza. I am mad. I'm out. Bye.